is going on, y'all? Your boy got another crazy build for the change that's coming within the next 2 days. So we're going to be doing an Alucard Unstoppable build. Make sure you drop that thumbs up on the video, and also in the comment section write what hero you want me to make a build on next, so you're already good to go when the new hero comes out. So I mean, not the new hero, but when the new items come out, you're already good to go with whatever items you want to use on the hero. I can get these builds done for you so you can have something to use. So anyway, let's get started with this Alucard build, because this gameplay you're going to be watching, man, and some madness happened, man. Some craziness was going on, and it was actually pretty fun. Like, I love playing Alucard. Every time I play Alucard, it's a bunch of fun. He's not one of the heroes that I play often, obviously, because he doesn't have a bunch of crowd control, and this current meta is it's kind of a headache without crowd control, but this was a really fun game. I got a dope build. I was trying out some different builds, and this is the one I decided to stick with. So yeah, let's get right into it, man. So with an assassin type of hero slash fighter, whatever you want to call him, you definitely want to go for that speed. You want to be able to get in and out of situations, but you also want to be a little bit beefy so you can't go down quick. So you need a little bit of armor. You need some armor. You need, of course, some power to do some attacking when you need speed. That's basically what I want to focus on when I'm building this hero. And of course, Alucard has lifesteal. He's the lifesteal king, so we had to give him a little bit of lifesteal too. So let's get into it, man. So the first item you're going to be using on Alucard is Warrior Boots. Warrior Boots gives us 22 armor and 40 movement speed. Now, of course, like I said, we want some armor. We want to be a little bit beefy, so when we get in between people and just start slicing them with our sword, we don't go down too easy. We don't want to be all soft out here. And then, of course, the movement speed, because if things start getting out of hand, you want to be able to retreat, or if you're destroying somebody and they try to run, you want to be able to hunt them down and destroy them. So yeah, that's the first item we're going to be going with. Moving on to the second item we're going to be going with is Hunter Strike. Hunter Strike gives us 100 physical attack and 10% cooldown reduction. And I also do want to point out the passive of these items are definitely huge, but we're not going to focus on the passive. We're just going to stick to the stats. We're going to keep it simple, and you all can actually see how all the passives work in game for yourselves. You can see that for yourselves. So yeah, on to the Hunter Strike with 100 physical attack and 10% cooldown reduction. Now, obviously, we want some cooldown reduction because we want to be able to use them abilities a lot quicker. It's huge to use your abilities as much as you can. You want that ultimate to come back as much as possible. You basically want to get as many uses out of your abilities in every engagement as you can. So yeah, the cooldown reduction is always a good pick, and this gives us 100 physical attack, which is a lot of damage. That's not no damage that you just laugh at. That's a decent amount of damage. But yeah, that's why we're going with that item. Moving on to Hayas's Claws. You know, I'm still struggling pronouncing that name. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but yeah, that's a difficult name to pronounce. But anyway, Hayas's Claws gives us 70 physical attack, 20% lifesteal. Now, this is, of course, the old Tooth of Greed. So yeah, it gives us a decent amount of damage, and then it gives us a decent amount of lifesteal. So with Alucard, you definitely want as much damage as possible, and he also has a bunch of lifesteal, so the lifesteal helps him a bit too. So yeah, that's that item. Moving on to the next one here, I go with Thunderbolt. Now, the reason I go with Thunderbolt is because we get 25 magic power, 800 health, 400 mana, 40 armor, and 15 health regeneration. Now it's not as effective because we don't have mana, so that mana and magic power is obviously not why we're going for this. We like the health, and then we like the 40 armor. We like the 40 armor. We like the 15 health regeneration on this, and also the passive. The passive is pretty big as well. So all of that combined makes this a very viable item for Alucard. So yeah, once you get this on them and try it in game, you're definitely gonna see why. So make sure you look out for the passive effects. Look out for everything that item has to offer. You're gonna love it, because yeah, that's some armor. We're making him a little bit beefy, so he's not out there just super soft, like jumping into people. You can't jump into a group of people and be soft. Like, nah, that's just not happening. But you're definitely not gonna be soft with this Alucard build. So I'll tell you that one right now. But moving on to the next item, we have Berserker's Fury. That gives us 65 physical attack and 25% critical strike. Now, of course, the physical attack, we always want that damage, and then the critical strike chance, that's going to allow us to do some critical strikes. Obviously, we want to do as many critical strikes as possible because it increases our damage even more. We have a lot of physical attack, as we should on a fighter slash assassin, so we have a lot of that already. So the critical strikes is definitely going to make that damage it's going to amplify that damage even more. But moving on to the final item we have here, it's Blade of Despair. Blade of Despair gives us 130 physical attack, 25% attack speed, and 10% critical strike chance. Now, this is, of course, big again because of the 10% critical strike chance. That's about 35% critical strike chance total. So you're not going to be doing as many critical strikes as an ADC or something, but it's still a decent amount of critical strikes, and then you have all this damage, and then this increases the attack speed. So yeah, that's basically how I use Alucard. You can tell by my item selection pretty much how I play them. I try to farm as much as possible to get as many items as I can and get as strong as possible. Then I just go around and just start destroying people. I gank people back and forth. That's what you'll see a lot. I'm going around back and forth ganking lanes. I really just help people. I don't try to get in fair engagements. Like I'm not, like, no matter who I'm using, no matter if they're the best 1v1 hero in the world, I pretty much try to always make sure it's not a fair fight, because it shouldn't. This is a team game. It shouldn't be a fair fight. But that's pretty much it. Those are all the items we're going to be working with in this build. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, tell me, what do you use on Alucard? And don't forget to tell me what heroes you want me to do next. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop that thumbs up on the video, and I'm going to catch you all on the next one. Peace out.
I'ma get down, get on, that's what I've been on. Fucking with your mind, trying to turn shit on. But they wanna pit me as a villain, even though I'm here to open their mind through the rhyme of life. I got to open their mind and design the right time to make a decision and get in. I'm making a decision, cause I'ma hit them and get them living. They wonder what I'm giving, I'ma never give in. I gotta let everybody know.